Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So you guys may have seen this look on TikTok and Instagram, but I wanted to do it for you guys here on YouTube, a much slower version of it. So I'm gonna start off with my NARS Light Reflecting Foundation, and I love this foundation overall for the skin, but I'm gonna use it as my eyeshadow primer today in the shade Stromboli. I don't want nothing too heavy on the eyes today for this look. Shocker, I know. I went into some translucent powder just to set the foundation, and then I did go into my Hoola bronzer light, and I'm pretty much gonna set the entire lid space. That way it's nice and matte, and then I will also bring it down towards the sides of the nose to kind of get it ready for like that nose snatched contour look. And then I'm gonna go into my Morphe Seize the Present palette. This came out, I believe, during Christmas last year, and it's still such a really good palette. I'm gonna take this nice light brown shade and I'm gonna apply it towards the outer corner of my eye, but then you guys can start to see that I started to bring it up towards the brow hairs or towards my brows, so it's kind of like elevated. I don't know if that makes any sense. The shade was Caramel, I believe, and then I'm gonna hop on to I'm gonna grab Hot Cocoa, and with a more smaller detailed brush I'm gonna start to do the exact same thing, and I'm gonna follow that placement. And as you guys can see, towards the inner corner, it is extremely higher than the outer corner, and that's exactly how I want it. Again, with these particular looks, you guys can create or apply it however you guys want, but I definitely want something more exaggerated. I'm gonna go back into Caramel a little bit more just to blend that darker brown shade, and then going into my Urban Decay Eden Primer, we're going to cut this. And so I take it all the way towards the inner corner of the eye, again just following the placement and then filling in the primer all over the lid and getting it prepped to go into this sparkly shade called Moon Bright, and that's gonna go all over the lid. So towards the inner corner, towards the middle, towards the outer corner of the eye. I really wanted something very like glittery. Like I didn't want like heavy chunky glitter. I definitely wanted something glittery but a little bit more softer and not too crazy, so that's why I went into Moon Bright. And then I'm gonna go into a gel liner, the long lasting Blackest black gel liner from Maybelline, and I'm gonna start to create my wing. I'm doing like a baby wing towards the outer corner, and then once we go into the Pretty Grudge palette from Huda Beauty, taking, I believe it's called Granite, that black matte shade, or Renegade, sorry, Renegade. And we're gonna set that gel liner and make it more smokier. And I'm gonna apply some like half corner lashes. And then we're gonna move on to the skin, you guys. I'm playing with this new product from Benefit. It's the Do Lala, and it's like an illuminator, like moisturizer. You guys can see, look how glowy the skin looks. I went into the shade Luna, which is a light medium shade, and you can apply this under your makeup if you want. And then my Milk Hydro Primer. You can also apply it on top of the skin if you want for like that extra glow, but I'm gonna use it underneath my foundation. Again, going into that NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in the shade Stromboli. And what's gonna happen with that illuminator, you guys, is just gonna help make the skin look more, not dewy, but like more hydrated and not so matte and dry. That's what people use those particularly for. And then I'm gonna go into my Milani cream bronzer just to apply some definition and make me look more skinny. Love myself some cream bronzer, of course on the sides of the cheeks, and then towards the sides of my face, and then of course gonna hide this big forehead of mine, and then we're gonna bring it towards the sides of the nose, so we're gonna contour it and just make it look more snatched. I also like to take that cream bronzer, you guys, a little bit up towards the brows and into the eyeshadow, so that way everything just glides in seamlessly together. Taking this Juvia's Place liquid blush in the shade Marigold. It's like this nice like apricot orangey shade, and I love it. And I've been placing my blush a little bit more towards the sides and underneath my lower lash line, just to make my face look more snatched. My Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm using the shade Light Medium Sand, and we're only going to place this towards the sides of the nose, like right underneath the eyes, forehead, and then my chin, of course, down the bridge of my nose. But I don't place the concealer towards the outer corner of my eye because I do have the blush there. And then we're just gonna blend this out. I absolutely love my Tarte Shape Tape. I haven't used it in quite some time, and recently since I bought it, I'm like, oh my god, like it's so good, and it literally doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't budge. It literally stays in place, and I love it so much. I mean, you guys can see like how flawless it looks on the skin, and it lasts forever. My Ultra Peach One Size Translucent Powder, we're going to go ahead and just set the under eye. Pretty much we're going to set the entire face because I am combo to oily, so I just want to make sure that this makeup is not going to go anywhere, even though I'm not really going anywhere, but take selfies for you guys for Instagram. But I really love to like just pat the translucent powder into the skin, you know, like let it melt, not bake too much. I just really been loving pressing it into the skin more. And then I'm gonna go back into that gel liner from Maybelline, and we're gonna create like a double wing towards the lower lash line. And don't mind my weird faces. And then we're gonna go back into that black shade from Huda Beauty to set that, and then pretty much go back to Hot Cocoa and then Caramel Melt from that Morphe palette. So pretty much what we did on top, we're gonna bring it towards the bottom. I really wanted like a fierce lower lash line liner. You guys can totally skip this step and you don't need to do this if you want to recreate this look, but I really wanted something intense and a little bit different. And then I'm gonna go into my TRESLUCE Tranquila nude liner. It's gonna go into the inner corner of the eye and of course in the waterline. And then we're gonna also bring like a little bit of a wing towards the inner corner, so that way, you know, it all looks even. I'm gonna go ahead and just remove any remaining powder that I have on the skin, and then my Bad Gal Bang mascara from Benefit because it's my favorite. I really love how dark it makes my bottom lashes look, and I also like how they make them look a little bit longer as well. My Juvia's Place Volume 6 palette, blush palette, I'm gonna go into this like orangey blush shade, and just gonna go ahead and just set my cream blush. And then the Ofra Cosmetics, I love this Rodeo Drive highlighter. It's seriously one of my favorites. It's so good because it's not like glittery. It really like melts into the skin nicely. And of course, we're just gonna place it in the usual spots, which is the forehead, a little bit on the cheeks, down the bridge of my nose, and of course the tip of my nose. Next, using the All Nighter Urban Decay Watermelon Fruit Extract Hyaluronic Acid Setting Spray to set the makeup. It smells so good, you guys. And that is it for today's look. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I really wanted to do it for YouTube as well. I miss doing like these type of tutorials. So if you felt inspired, tag me on socials. I love you guys, and all the products will be listed down below. I'll see you in the next one. Adios.